What if I told you Uganda has a national park where lions climb trees that you won't find anywhere in Africa? Welcome back to Let's Go Gorilla Uganda series. I am your host Asha, and besides me is my colleague Simon. And today we are heading to Queen Elizabeth National Park, Uganda's most biodiverse savanna and one of most underrated national parks, safari destinations where you can go. So today, Simon, take me through. First, give me a brief introduction about Queen Elizabeth National Park.
So Queen Elizabeth National Park, me I say it's underrated.
Yes.
Yeah, because you see, when you have counterparts, you can compare it with Masai Mara in Kenya, but here we are talking about a savanna in the Rift Valley.
Yes.
So Queen Elizabeth to me it's the home of the big five. It's the
Mhm.
only park in Uganda where you can find lions, elephants, buffaloes, um, leopards, those big five, and the
Okay.
hippopotamus.
Mhm.
So it is diverse. Queen Elizabeth is a mixture of different experiences.
Okay.
If you know that even in Queen Elizabeth itself, it has over 11 fishing villages. So there is an interaction between the wildlife and even the communities. Queen Elizabeth also borders Lake Edward. So here we are talking about the marine life at the same time or terrestrial life. So really, when we talk about Queen Elizabeth, there are a number of things you should know. The largest natural water border channel in the
It's in
world.
the world.
It's in Queen Elizabeth. You can't imagine how many birds you can meet along the banks of Kasinga Channel. Actually, in short, we say that half of East Africa, more than half actually, more than half of East African birds are found in Queen Elizabeth. So if the population of, I think in East Africa we have over 1,000 and above bird species, different bird species, but half of them, more than half, like over 700 bird species, are found in Uganda, and the biggest population of these birds, including migrant birds, are also found in Queen Elizabeth. So it's a good place for birders. I can't talk about Queen Elizabeth in just one session. Just know it's a blaster of different experiences. That's why it's underrated. When we go to other national parks, we are looking at wildlife. We are looking at maybe lions alone. If you go to Savo, if you go to Masai Mara, you're looking specifically maybe at buffaloes, at elephants. But here, you see the birds, you see the hippos, you look at how fishing is done, the ways of fishing, you get that experience. We have salt mining. We have birding. I say birds, including migrant birds. Hmm? So you get a chance also to sail on the largest natural biggest large water channel in the whole world. So you move from the park, you go on the natural Kazinga channel, you go even you reach Lake Edward, you come back, you go to the villages, you can have experience of communities like Kazinga fishing village. So you experience a number of activities in Queen Elizabeth. But its nature, the way it is, the savannah, it's really fascinating. It's you look at the scenes, you look at how the acacias they are arranged, you see those giant elephants, and we're talking about African elephants. Very giant, not all that friendly in their wild environment. When you add in the accommodation part and also being in a locality that is nearby the Renzoris, this side the Renzoris, and this side the Rift Valley, it's very good.
So, you said that Queen Elizabeth is underrated. Why do you think Queen Elizabeth is underrated? It's not marketed like we are supposed to.
So I would just the reason we're here, we're in this business, or the reason why we're having this discussion today is because we want to give people insights
Yes.
on what is tourism, and we are deeping dive into the tourism industry. We are not going to leave any stone unturned. Let me give you an example. In our discussions, people have been still throwing questions about Mountain Warriors,
Yes.
and it was just a small discussion. Here, let's discuss about Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth has a number of sectors.
Yes.
It has some unique things about it. For example, we only have the tree climbing lions in the whole world in Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
And these are found in the Shasha sector. It's rare. These are not climbers. By the nature of lions are not
They're not
climbers.
yeah.
But you find 5, 6, 10, 8 lions in the fig trees, hanging. Very unique.
Yeah.
That is one. Two, we have Chambula Gorge, which is also a sector in Queen Elizabeth. Chambula has unhabituated chimpanzees.
Yeah.
We have a chimpanzee, habituated chimpanzees like in Chivalry National Park.
Yeah.
But if you want to also experience chimpanzees in their wilderness, you have to go to Chambura. We have I think, one of um, the God created forests. That's the Marmagambo forest. It's part of Queen Elizabeth. We have the water, the Blue Lake in the Marmagambo forest. All these we have the Bat Cave in the Marmagambo forest. We have salt mining. People have never seen about the traditional ways of salt mining.
Yeah, true.
In the country. Eh? We have flamingos. We only have flamingos in Kenya, in Nakuru, and in Queen Elizabeth. We, so we have a number of, I can't mention, but for birds' sake, we have number of birds on Queen Elizabeth. If you're a bird and you're interested in birds, apart from maybe the birds that are found in the swamps like shoebills, but if you want any bird, be it the kingfishers, the maracaites, the pied kingfishers, African fish eagles, you go to the cormorants, you go to pink-backed pelicans. So we have a number of birds at the channel. So the channel itself, the largest population of hippos you can find in one place are on Kazinga channel.
Yeah.
You meet schools and schools of hippos here and there. If you go to the Kashanyi Plains, most of when it's mating season, that's around August, July, you will see like hard prides of lions and prides of lions. You later see herds and herds of elephants and buffaloes. So Queen Elizabeth, it's really, it gives a different experience. It's not something you can do one day.
One day.
It's not something. It's not a park you can explore within 2 days. You need 5 days to feel the minimum of 5 days to feel the experience of Queen Elizabeth itself. The Mwea Peninsula itself is also another experience. We are talking about a land extending into the water, where animals you have a chance to see both terrestrial and the marine wild animals. You do fishing. There's fishing. A lot of fishing. You can do sport fishing around Queen Elizabeth. So Queen Elizabeth itself, it's a very actually for the parks I've moved, for game parks I've seen, it gives a different experience on its own. That's why I say it is underrated because it gives diverse of different attractions. We are talking about a forest. We are talking about caves. We are talking about snakes. We are talking about now the lions, elephants. We are talking about the big five. Again, we are talking about water-based birds. We are talking about birding in its depths. We are talking about chimpanzees. Where can you find in this world? Where can you find all that package in one place?
Yeah.
Nowhere. That's why I say it's underrated.
Yeah.
You may visit one park for a certain. We may visit these parks. We may visit the Serengeti. Another maybe for the wild beasts and everything. But we are talking about where you find 5 different experiences in
one place.
in one place.
Okay, thank you. I want to know about the accommodation of Queen Elizabeth and maybe what's the best time to go to Queen and how much, when someone wants to go there, how much is needed. Estimate. estimate like how much there's someone like a Ugandan or East
Yeah,
African?
yeah, that's a unique question. Most of the time, we fail to talk about um, budgets, but budgets come along with the different factors attached to them. If you, it can be a low budget, it can be a backpack, it can be a backpacker. You can say I'm mid-range. You can say I want luxury. Yeah. So Queen Elizabeth has all those ranges of accommodation. We have the historical Moya Safari Lodges, for example, at the Moya Peninsula. This gives a luxury um,
Bit of it.
bit of it. We have the Simba backpackers, lodges for backpackers. We have the elephant cranes in the side of the Shasha sector for those who would be interested in watching the tree climbing lions. So it's a mixture of different accommodations depending on your budget. And these I'm talking about classical, historical, like Mesa Fine Lodge is historical. We have it has hosted big profiled guests. Yeah, so it's something you would recommend for luxury. The services are top notch. You can even charter a plane if you don't want to use by load. However, I always tell my guests that the load experience is also worthy, yeah, exploring when it comes to Uganda. You can also talk about best time to visit. It's June. I would recommend June to October. That's the best time to, but you wouldn't miss July and August. June, July, August would be the best time. And when you talk about money, as I've said, it depends on which package you choose, the type of vehicle you want to use. But if you have $2,000, for example, can give you a good experience at Queen Elizabeth. That's how affordable it is. A good experience. 2,000, 3,000. So now it will depend on where you want to go and even the number of days we factor in. But if you want to maybe 3 days or to visit most of the sectors in the game park, the bare minimum can do with $3,000. If unless you want maybe to go there one day and the next day you're off. Here you have like two game drives, where you can have an evening game drive, you can have an early morning game drive. These also give different experiences. We're talking about the sundown game drive and the early morning game drive. So the pricing depends on the package you choose, but I would say it's affordable because I've been to places. I've been to areas where you charge really high. Yeah, sometimes you also get back and question whether it is worth the experience. But I guarantee you, if you travel with Let's Go Gorilla to visit Queen Elizabeth, you will get your money value.
Okay. Why is Queen Elizabeth referred to as a savannah park?
Oh, depending on weather and the nature and where it is. For example, if you compare Queen Elizabeth with being impenetrable, wind is in the tropics. Yeah. So Queen Elizabeth is in the leeward side of Mount Renzori. Queen Elizabeth is in the Rift Valley, the East African Rift Valley. So if you look at the trees, the grass, the shrubs, and even the type of trees we are talking about, mainly acacia, they are short, they are curved, they don't grow tall. We don't have climbers. It is not thick, so that's why I say it have a very scenic view. So a very good scenic view that you can look elephant in meters. Um, so it is over the savannah because the climate zone is savannah area. Yeah, so it's a savannah area. Is it depending on weather and the climate. So we don't belong to the tropics. So Queen is in the savannah area. Yeah, so it's not in this side of central where they are found mandates. And by the way, in Queen there are a number of lakes. And some lakes inside the park. They also give a very good view of them. We have find buffalo wallowing in the some of these mud lakes in the park. I can't talk about Queen Elizabeth on the end. We have water bats. We have. Do you know that in Queen Elizabeth we have the banded mongoose? Have you ever heard about banded mongoose?
No.
Banded mongoose are the most social animals on the world. To the extent that if they deliver, babies can be breastfed by any female.
Oh, really?
Within the banded mongoose. We are talking about warthogs. We are talking about bush beats. We are talking about every most types of antelopes we have here. We are talking about vultures. We are talking about hyenas. I'm telling you, it is too rich when it comes to the wildlife. That's Queen Elizabeth. But it is in the savannah, depending on climate. Where it is, the locality and the habitat, the nature of trees, it is savanna. The grasses, and that's why it is easier for those antelopes to savanna are good habitats of antelopes and grazers. We have in Elizabeth, we have grazers at the same time we have browsers. So browsers are animals that browse on shrubs and tall trees, and we're talking about of the elephants. Unfortunately, we don't have giraffes in Queen Elizabeth. We don't have zebras in Queen Elizabeth, but we have elephants, and on grazers we're referring to buffaloes, we are referring to hippos, we are referring to other the waterbucks and many. Yes, please.
Simon,
Yes,
if you're to go back to Queen Elizabeth National Park, which main activity would you do? Like, would you want to redo again?
I have had a number of boat cruises on Kazinga Channel.
They're the best.
I would still go back and do the same.
Yeah.
I even got a chance to be on that peninsula for some time doing
yeah.
boat cruises, but up to
Yeah.
date,
Yeah.
I would still go back and do a boat cruise. I don't dare to miss out on that boat cruise, be it at any time. The boat cruises are on three intervals: have the morning, the afternoon, and the evening.
Yeah.
Every boat cruise
It's worth it.
is worth it.
I would also do the same.
I want to miss again. I won't miss on the boat cruise.
Yeah.
I would miss everything. I won't miss on the boat cruise.
Okay.
Because what I see on a boat cruise is worth many packages you would want to see in different game parks. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching. What are you waiting for to come and explore and experience such beautiful safari destination? My fellow Ugandans, banange mujje tulumbe. My Ugandan buddies, my travel buddies, you know yourself.
Yes.
Let's go explore and experience Queen Elizabeth National Park. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Facebook at Let's Go Godila Uganda, Instagram at Let's Go Godila, LinkedIn, Twitter, Let's Go Gorilla Uganda, and on our YouTube channel, Let's Go Gorilla Uganda TV. And our website is www.letsgogorillauganda.com. Please DM us, and we shall give you the best experience you can ever have.